And we are back. Our final guest tonight is a rising star in the country music scene. She debuted on America's Got Talent at the age of 11, co-starred with country legend Billy Dean at a Kenny Rogers production, and was also on this last season of American Idol. She's fulfilled her dream of performing at the Grand Ole Opry. Please give a warm welcome to Ms. Chloe Channell. Chloe, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
So when did you start singing?
I started singing when I was 6 at a farmer's opry in Channell, Florida.
Channell, Florida.
Yes, sir.
How did that come about?
Well, I went there to sing Happy Birthday to my great-grandfather, and then the guy that was running the band asked me if I would come back and sing, and then that next weekend I sang, and ever since then, for like 10 years, I sang there.
So now you've been performing all over the Gulf Coast from obviously a very, very young age. How does family and school and all that fit into all that?
Well, my family's really supportive of me, and schools can be tough sometimes, but I've been doing it since I was in first grade, so I've been able to learn how to manage it and make sure I get my work done, because school always is going to come first to me until I finally graduate next year. So yeah, I'm just ready to get it done with. But you know, my family helps me out and the school helps me out too. Now, you've been on, you went on America's Got Talent when you were 11. Mm-hmm. You were on this past season of America's Got Idol. America's Got Idol. That went from America's Got Talent to America's Got Idol. Too many Americas. But you've entered these massive shows at a very young age. Tell us a little bit about those journeys. Well, America's Got Talent was unexpected. I didn't imagine myself ever being on a TV show like that. But I got a call and did a private audition, and that just went amazing. And even though I got told no when I was in the live rounds, I was just happy and grateful that I even got to do it. Then when I got a call from American Idol, I was surprised again, and I was like, I never thought I would do another music competition or anything like that, but my family and I decided, we were like, I should do it just to see what happens, you know. Then I went on that, and it was the greatest experience of my life. I loved it so much, and I made so many friends. And I got to go to Hollywood Week, and only 100 people got to go there out of millions of people. So I was honored to even be selected to go sing on the show. Now, a little bit, because people watch the show, and they see what is shown of Hollywood Week, but obviously there's a lot that has to go on behind the scenes. Yeah, no, it was intense, especially Hollywood Week was crazy. We were up late, there was people everywhere singing, you couldn't get a quiet spot because there was so many groups everywhere. And when my episode, when they showed me when I was getting cut, they didn't show the first round, which was a line of 10, and I got through that round, and there's round there, and then there's the next round, and then there's the solo round. So they missed some stuff, and Luke Bryan didn't even tell me I was going home. It was Katy Perry, so it was really weird to see that. I was like, they totally edited that, but they did it, and it was good, and I was happy to do it. So. Well, but he was kind of, he was kind of smitten with you at the beginning because, the whole country bond, plus you brought somebody very special with you to that audition, right? You brought Billy Dean, right? Yes. And tell us a little bit, for people who don't know who Billy Dean is, go ahead, tell us about Billy Dean. Well, Billy is a Grammy-winning singer-songwriter, and he's won some ACM awards. When I met him, I had no idea who he was because I was only 12 and I don't know who he was because he's older or whatever, but he's become my best friend. He's my manager, my mentor. He's taught me how to songwrite. He got me to sing on the Grand Ole Opry. He's done so many things with me, and how I met him was through Kenny Rogers, and that was so cool because they're really good friends. And he hooks me up with good people, I meet people through him, and he knew who Luke Bryan and Lionel Richie was, and I was like, this is insane. I felt like we were just all friends hanging out, but of course not. But it was so cool. Now, how did the American Idol judges react when they saw Billy there? They were like, what are you doing here? You're already famous. You don't need to be here doing American Idol. And Billy kept saying, he's like, I feel like I fell to the bottom of the food chain again. And I was like, I'm sorry, but I needed you. I just wanted him there because I was so nervous. But the judges were so happy to see him, and they were talking about old times. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I was like, I wish I was there. Has he asked you to do Somewhere in My Broken Heart yet? Yes, actually, I recorded it and did a video of it, but I haven't put it out yet because I was nervous because it's hard to live up to him when he's so amazing.
So that's something that may be coming.
Yeah,
you have to gain the courage to let it go. Now, you said you played at the Grand Ole Opry.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, I got to sing there when I was 13, 14, around that age. And it was over Christmas time, so I sang Where's the Line to See Jesus, which was one of my favorite Christmas songs. And I started crying because that was my dream. Growing up singing classic country music, that's where your goal is supposed to be, is the Grand Ole Opry, because that's where Loretta Lynn has performed, and Johnny Cash and Carrie Underwood, and everyone that you can think of that's just an amazing country artist and an iconic person. And so that was my dream, and I got to do it. So now on to making a new dream right now.
Now, I understand you fell in love with Loretta Lynn, Martina McBride. What is it about their music that has influenced your approach to performing?
Loretta Lynn is the queen of country music, so I completely look up to her, the way she holds herself up and a strong woman she is, and so I just really look up to her. And she has a good voice, and it's like really classic country, and the songs that she wrote, like the lyrics were good. I like good music, like melodies, stuff like that. And Martina McBride can just wail. She is an amazing singer, and I've always looked up to her. And I sang her songs. I've sang both of their songs my entire life. So that's basically who I've like looked up to ever since I could start talking.
As far as country music, is there a direction that you'd like to see it go in?
Well, you know, it has gotten some people have gotten pretty poppy, you know, but I think they're considering that pop music now. I'm not sure, 100% sure, because when I listen to the radio, it's pop, but country music has just changed. I mean, the new definition of country music is more like Luke Combs or like Miranda Lambert and Carrie Underwood, which their songs aren't very classic country, but they still have a country tone. And I'm a fan of that. I mean, I love it. I love the newer country, but there are some other songs that are really popish, but you know, it's all good anyways.
So you're going to be performing a single for us acoustically,
yes,
called Already Did?
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about that song and what it means.
So I wrote that song when I was 14, actually, or 15, around that time. And I went to Nashville and wrote it with this girl named Hannah Ellis. And she's an amazing artist and singer. But we wrote this song, and I wrote this when I liked a guy. And I'm a teenage girl, so give me a break when it comes to writing songs about guys. But I wrote this song about a guy that I really liked. But he ended up liking my friend. And I didn't want to say anything because she was my friend and she liked him too. So it just kind of hurt my feelings. But I wrote a song kind of like contradicting it, because my dad used to always say, like, when there was some good mashed potatoes or something, he'd be like, oh, it's too good, you don't want that. Just because he could have it to himself, you know?
Oh, geez.
So I kind of went around that area. I was like, this guy is too good, you don't want him, because I wanted him. You know how it is? So that's kind of the idea. So I wrote this song, and it's on my EP called Walls, and I'm excited to sing it.
How can people get it? How can people download it?
Well, my EP is on iTunes and it's on Spotify, and I made a music video to my song Walls, but I think I'm gonna come out with one for Already Did, this song, soon. So we'll see, but yeah, pretty much everywhere.
Well, I guess this is what I've got in lieu of an album
well, this
cover.
is just my picture, and it's gotten like all my social media on it. It's not in a CD form yet because I haven't like sold them like that. I sell them online because that's where you need to. That's where everybody buys things.
That's where it's at now, right?
iTunes, but this was just my card, and so it has all my social media on it.
Well, thank you so much. After the break, Chloe is going to come back and play for us her new song, Already Did. Stay tuned.